Hello, hi, I'm Nairi and I'm the Compliance Genie. So, a few months back, well, actually in January, I actually developed a compliance diary on Amazon and it was ready to set. I think I released it in March time. There's been a bit of delay with everything and I totally forgot to do the video. So, here is a video just explaining a bit more about the compliance diary. I'm recording it on Canva and I'm just getting used to everything, so hopefully it will be okay. So, this is the diary. And it's something that I have been using in my business. So when I first set up my business, I needed a diary to keep all my notes, what I needed to do, things for each month. But like typical normal diaries, they can be a bit boring. So I actually developed my own and printed it off. And also every time I looked at it, I actually felt a bit more proud of the fact I was using my own diary. So, however, I also thought it might be interesting for other people, especially small businesses when they first start out, just to keep on track of the main compliance requirements of what they need to do in the business. Now, all businesses have compliance requirements. Some of them's data, some of them's trading standards. So the diary, it's a blank diary and it includes a blank monitoring plan. So I'll just show you very quickly here. If you can see, a blank monitoring plan of things that actually need to be done. So general things in your business, actually. So things like maybe you need to do your company's house statement, that needs to be done every year. When your annual accounts need to be done, just a reminder to like review your privacy policy, when maybe your business insurance is due. So anything, and there's some examples in here of what most businesses need to do when they're first starting out. So the idea is, I'm hoping you can see, is you put it in the relevant month and then as in line with what works for your business. So if you go away, so I typically go away at the beginning of the year. I don't tend to have much to do when I go away. So I'll make sure that it's structured in line with when I've got the capacity. And then you put the item in the plan at the monitoring plan, and then for the right month, you just put a little, hoping you can see that. It's not very clear, is it? In the right month, you put the reminder. So, like I say, it's a blank diary. There's a yearly overview, a monthly overview, a week commencing overview, and there's areas for notes and also little reminders of things that you need to do if you need to move things on. And throughout the journal, getting confused. It's not a journal because I've got a notebook as well. So throughout the diary, there's little reminders of how it actually ties into the universal laws. At the end of the day, we've got laws everywhere and there's universal laws that apply. So I've tried to tie that into compliance because I'm all about putting the magic into the mundane. And also there's key little quotes throughout the diary just to remind you of things, and just try and make it a bit more magical and give it from a different perspective, because I get it. Compliance and risk isn't everyone's cup of tea. I mean, this is something I love to do. So the fact that I've got it in a diary, and I've got a little magical bit put it in as well. Hopefully it will help everybody. And right at the very end, it reminds you to review your monitoring plan because your businesses change every year. So you need to make sure that things that you've missed, you need to make sure you're adding in for next year. Things that as your business grows, is there anything else that you need to be aware of? Excuse me. So obviously my business plan, my monitoring plan will be a lot more complex than some people because, everything I document everything to the T. So I'll have like a requirement to review the data map. This isn't focused directly on data protection. Obviously, it's a compliance plan for the business as a whole, and key reminders of things that you need to be aware of. But yeah, because I'm aware of some of the compliance requirements and some of the businesses that I work in have got a lot of regulatory requirements, the monitoring plans I will work on are a lot more complicated. So this is a compliance diary. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully it will help people within the business just to remove some of the overwhelm of things that you might not be aware of that needs to be done, or there's too much for you to do that you think, when I'm going to do it all. The best thing I found is, instead of trying to steer it all in your head and hope that you remember, put it down, have a place that it's going to remind you, and then you don't forget it. So yeah, that's Compliance Diary. It is available to purchase on Amazon. There is a notebook as well that you can write all your business ideas down as well, or maybe content ideas for marketing. Just somewhere to keep things. I've got notebooks everywhere. So yeah, hopefully it will help. And a big shout out to Anna, who helped me do this. Anna Davison. We got it done in 2 days. In fact, we did it so quickly that we ended up doing 2. But yeah, without her, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So yeah, another thing that's come off my list, and now I don't need to use anybody else's diary. I can use my own. So hopefully, if you do need some help with your compliance, I'm quite happy to help. But as you've